Maven log 04-23-23. I feel a sense of anguish and anxiety every time I step back into this world. Goddamn depressing atmosphere and near hopeless energy all throughout. The question of whether or not there's even any kind of hope for this world keeps popping around my mind. Nevertheless, I had to set these very depressing thoughts aside and see this story to its conclusion. As I step into the elevator door, going down to my dreary office, I suddenly remember how much trouble Mothman was last time. Oh, what a great thought to start day 8. I know that the creature doesn't like agents with low justice values. So the day hasn't even started yet and I'm already faced with a conundrum. But Silju quickly thought of a way I can avoid constant breaches in one day.
So, there is a way we can circumvent this.
What?
You can use "you must be happy" to raise your justice.
And then just have that person just go throughout the day with
Yes, they will exclusively work on Mothman, yes.
The idea was solid, and I proceeded with the day in earnest. I started by planning out which employees' stats they'll be training that day because one dedicated agent for Mothman is probably not healthy in the long run. Given that bald abnormality isn't that much of a problem, I decided to leave it alone unless it's involved in the meltdowns. Things were running smoothly. I found my sense of rhythm with the day-to-day work here and there, which is ironic given I'm in a Lovecraftian hellscape. And I also got another non-AI advisor, and his name was Salty. He was just as eager to see me suffer as everyone else too. Fun. Anyway, I assigned Marcus to be Mothman's personal agent for that day, and not 5 minutes later, things went foobar. Now Marcus,
I mean,
Marcus for
he's tanking it. He has the stats for it.
I hope he does.
Oh, he escaped.
How?
Mark is gonna be our first sacrifice.
I wanna know how. How?
What job did you send him in to do? I wasn't paying attention. What job did you send him to do? Did you do it attachment or something?
I think attachment. He hates attachment.
Oh, he hates it.
He hates
He doesn't like attachment.
So it got out, and Silju told me that Mothman hates attachment jobs. Realizing my fuck-up, I gathered every single agent and ordered all of them to take this creature down. And while my agents were fighting for their lives, Franks drops the most ominous request yet.
You do me a favor, let this guy, no matter what, let him experience the censored one.
Censored one? Oh, great. I reckon it's a really fun anomaly that's gonna ruin my day in the first hour. No, the first minute. Anyhow, I ordered everybody to suppress Mothman before he starts a moth epidemic in my facility. The fighting was intense and I nearly lost a couple of agents, but thanks to the watch stopping time, I managed to issue orders for them to retreat before they reached their damage threshold. And after a short while, I managed to suppress Mothman. At least my agents are more or less equipped to suppress the guy. And good thing too, cause he can't stay in his goddamn cell for 5 minutes. Okay, looks like it's working. Marcus, it's working! Good job, Marcus. I am not—
What did you get out?
What? Everything was going so well. Marcus had the right stats, did the right job, and got out with great results. So why, in all that is holy, did Mothman escape again? Unlock it.
I'll get the first one right. Oops. Get the first one and then second.
When employees just level to a lower finish working, yes, I think I got that idea. Second, a buff and all also occur when Mothman is so fucking high maintenance. I hate it. Fortitude of all stats. The one stat that I instinctively train my agents to be high, cause I value their lives. And to top it all off, Punishing Bird decides to have a little temper tantrum too. How many more days and abnormalities do I need to endure to get through to the end of the story? The second suppression ended badly. Yonhu died, and of course that means a reset. So with that, on the next loop, I was more careful with the stats and jobs I assigned to Mothman. Silju tries to comfort me, but I don't know. I don't know if what he said is any more comforting, to be honest. Repression. Let's train.
Don't worry. Once you get this abnormality nailed down, you'll like it.
I'm gonna like this guy. I hope you're right about that, because
You'll
now...
like his equipment.
His equipment, okay. His equipment better
like
be fucking worth it, actually. His equipment better be fucking worth it. With all the trouble involved with Mothman, the ego I get from it better be worth it. The trouble of all this insanity, it really, really better be worth it. Okay. Right, so I started the next loop, trying to use You Must Be Happy to increase my Aegis' stats. It wasn't cooperating. Marcus got Justice 2 on his first try, and Fortitude 4 on his second. I tried Yonhu next, but the machine also gave him the same results. And the same with Orion. Meanwhile, Salty was talking about some kind of parasite tree, and it brought me a sense of dread, since I could possibly get it as one of my specimens, and if Mothman is trouble already, parasite tree sounds sanity breaking.
At least Maven doesn't have the parasite tree. Haha.
I don't wanna. I don't even
I
know.
hate parrot.
I hate parasite tree.
I don't want to think about what you mean by that.
Easy to deal with. It's just annoying to pay attention to.
Easy to deal with, but annoying to pay attention to. Oh my god, that's just as bad as being hard to suppress. Anyhow, seeing that the machine wasn't so cooperative, and I'd rather not risk anything, I decided to use the day to train up my agents to have the stats needed to study Mothman. Yep, I totally ignored him the whole day. And thank God he ain't one of those anomalies that needs constant attention. For the next selection, I had to choose between a bracelet, a portrait, or the safest place on Earth. Needless to say, the descriptions of all three are so ominous, and I don't trust any of them, especially that safe place. But I had to make a choice, so I rolled a d20 dice, and it landed on 13. Against my better judgment, and hoping it's a lucky 13, I chose the safest place on Earth. During the staff briefing that morning, I had enough of Salty's little sass, so I decided to volunteer him as one of the ground agents. He still had direct contact with me, of course, but...
Almost.
Nah, that's the case. I'm putting you here so that you understand your own
bitch.
sociopathy. You understand your own sociopathy, bitch. Let's go.
No.
Oh, it's time to get a taste of your own sociopathy. And I know I made a pledge to keep everyone alive, but Salty is expendable. Call it spite if you will, but I call it karma.
At least.
If we get the love heart, I call dibs on the weapon for it and the armor.
You called. Despite his initial protest, Salty called dibs on some kind of ego equipment. I don't know what this is, but hey, at least he's motivated to survive. I'd like to keep this on record. As of day 9, Salty has officially been assigned to be Punishing Bird's companion. With Apollonius having the right stats and with the forethought of previous loops, I sent him to deal with Mothman while I sent Yuri to see what the safest place on Earth is like. In line with that, I noticed that the abnormality had a cumulative time counter, which brought me a sense of dread given You Must Be Happy's gimmick. It didn't take long for me to find out that the abnormality actually benefits my agents and heals them. I don't trust him. But Silja keeps emphasizing how it's the safest place on Earth. Yeah, right. And all that blood in the area is just strawberry jam. There's a caveat here. I do not believe for a second this is a good... This gives me only good shit.
Would you like to phone a friend?
You know what? Fine. Phone a friend.
Don't stay in there too long.
I knew it. I could see the blood in there. I knew it.
I mean, think about it. It says it.
But it is literally the safest place on Earth.
Yeah.
Literally my foot. There's no such thing as a benefit without a caveat in this bleak world. After that little hiccup, the day went on like normal, and Mothman hasn't breached. Though Apollonius lost his sanity. Of course, I sent my agents to calm him down, but he got dangerously close to the murderer's cell. Wait, no. I don't know if I should train more if it's prudent. No, it's prudence is... Wait, his prudence is 2? Oh, fuck it. Alright, restrain him.
Oh, he's going to... Yeah, he's trying to release Forsaken.
Excuse
That's
me.
fine, that's fine.
It was more of an inconvenience than a real problem, actually. Thank Lulu. But man, the more abnormalities I find, the more tedious my job gets. After that, there was a sense of rhythm and order, and things were going really smoothly, even though a couple of pests showed up. It wasn't too bad. I think at around shortly after noon, I unlocked the 3rd entry in that Safe Places file, and that's when I found out about the little caveat it gives me. If any subject remains inside the shelter for more than 30 seconds, a qualified for a randomly chosen abnormality will be... Oh! Such a will repeatedly occur to all containers until the subject exits. Oh my god! I knew it. I fucking knew it. Silja wasn't wrong. It is the safest place on this goddamn Earth. Or at least this Earth. By making everything else so fucking dangerous. I don't know whether to be glad it's actually what it says it is, or just to be done with all these caveats and loopholes. And now that I know, Sildru all of a sudden tells me that there is actually a use for unleashing abnormalities using this thing. It's not that my agent is gonna die.
There is a niche use for releasing every single abnormality in your facility.
Why would you want
It's
to do
very
that?
niche.
Why?
It's like a one situation.
Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to... Niche? One situation? What does he mean by that? And what good does it bring me to just unleash every single anomaly in my facility? I might as well go to this world's afterlife via my normal methods. At least that is less painful than what these abominations have to offer. Anywho, it felt like forever. But day 9 went smoothly, for the most part, and I managed to fully research Safe Place and Mothman, as well as get that oh-so-great equipment from it. I was so ready to end the day when Mothman-Murderer decided they wanted to celebrate today's achievements with everybody.
You can suppress it.
You can suppress
You
it.
can suppress it.
Yeah, look at the butterflies. Oh, fuck.
What's
Okay,
going on?
you can choose to end the day now if you want.
Yeah, just end it.
But
You
Butterflies
might
out.
lose lob points, but you can choose to end the day if you don't want to suppress butterflies. You've been at this day for quite a while.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, I wasn't about to risk losing an agent after everything I achieved that day. So I decided to go fuck it and ended the day. Onward to day 10. It started out quite ominous, and part of me felt like I had a hand in it.
It is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Man, what? This is a different. And wait, what? The animation's different. What?
The real waifu has come out.
This looks different.
Remember the cognition filter I was talking about?
Yep.
So it's been damaged.
It's not
or some
on
shit?
right now. It's not on.
Okay.
It's the
So the cognition filter was damaged, and luckily it was repaired. But upon finding that out, I uttered a small prayer for the clerks and suppression teams who had to deal with those two yesterday. Well, at least they're with Lulu now. On another note, Angela looks and feels different without the filter. What the hell is she hiding from me? Day 10 wasn't too eventful either. I had a few clowns kill a few clerks, but those ego equipment I gave to Apollonius are actually pretty good. No breaches, no bad results, no problems. Of course, Franks had to chip in and tempt me once again to join her in sociopathy. Alright, Salty, time to have a chat with Hannibal.
Hannibal child.
You know, the more you think about it, the more he's turning slowly unhinged as like us. I can see it. The change.
What do you... No, I refuse. I refuse to believe that this world is slowly breaking me and turning me into a sociopath. I'm still a benevolent boss. I still value the lives of my agents, except Salty. I'm not changing. I'm not becoming unhinged. I rebuke it, Franks. I rebuke your statements. Marcus, your statements also didn't help. Anyway, amidst all this, Punishing Bird keeps escaping and, well, punishing Salty for him ignoring her for too long, it seems. Man, the bird really did get attached to him. I guess those attachment jobs worked a little too well. Also, Marcus told me in order to reach this story to its full conclusion, I need to do all missions before day 50. Which is already daunting as it is, but I'm committed, so I'll do it without spiraling. On another note, I noticed that I still had the penalty for branching abnormalities despite no breach happening at the moment, but it's only lost lob points, and I've already maxed out my capacity for my agents at the moment, so I don't think it was a problem. At around lunchtime, I noticed a little fact about Skull Jesus too. Also, I just realized Skull Jesus does not have a Clipot counter. My god.
He doesn't escape.
So he doesn't escape.
He doesn't escape. He's a bro, man. Skull bro.
He's Jesus. He's tech Jesus. He just chills.
I can totally just ignore his meltdown then?
So if you fail a meltdown, it'll reduce your energy quota. But that's honestly not an issue since you're grinding through the day and you'll make more energy.
You just sit
unless you ignore
later on though, like when you have big quotas, it drains a percentage of your thing.
Well, it's good to know that all I'll lose for ignoring Skull Jesus' meltdowns are the daily quotas, which I can quickly and easily fill up. This will probably come in handy in the later days when I have a shit ton of abnormalities to pay attention to and only a limited amount of ages to go by. Oh, I pray that I don't encounter such a situation, but I'm not putting my hopes up. Not in this world. As the later afternoon rolls in, Sildrew suddenly had a bit of a monologue, and it concerned me. Bird because overly attached girlfriend,
yes, just don't get the weird crow guy or something.
Just don't get the weird crow guy.
You're funny, Marcus.
You're funny. Guy. The weird crow guy. I'm not surprised that there's a lot more of those things out there. Now, I wonder if I do get crow guy, what sort of insanity testing bullshit I'm gonna be subjected to. But I will endeavor to avoid him, especially after Sildrew said this. Because it sounds like it's a bad thing. It sounds like it's a bad thing.
I will tell you now, he's probably the hardest abnormality to deal with.
Well, if that's the case, if I ever see that crow guy, I am repeating. There's a repeat. There we go. This one is I can repeat to selecting, right, the abnormality.
Yeah, I'll revert you back to that day, so day 6, and you will lose all those abnormalities, but you will keep the equipment and research you did on them.
Oh, really? Huh. So in order to avoid Crow Guy, if I ever accidentally get him, I need to restart the week, but I keep the equipment and research. Very good to know. I'm willing to retread a whole fucking week if it means avoiding him. Because, let's be honest, an entire day feels like an eternity already. What's a week? Sildrew did tell me, though, that Skull Jesus is integral in suppressing Krogai. So, I'll keep that in mind. If in case I go against my better judgment and keep the damn thing.
Okay, so fighting him gets you one of the best weapons in the game.
Wait, which crow?
One of the best weapons in the game, he says. But it sounds like I'd lose a lot more if I even tried to suppress him, so I think I'll pass on that. It felt like an eternity, but I finished day 10 with no incidents, which is rare, and I proceeded to day 11 where I got the Grandma abnormality, and I also assembled a training team as per Sildrew's recommendation. Although the old lady reminds me of Larry from the SCP world, she doesn't seem too dangerous, and I say that after seeing her whole file. She doesn't sound too difficult to deal with, and, well, hopefully she is not gonna be a problem in future days. And Apollonius has officially, by the way, become one of my best agents. The early mornings of day 11 were going pretty smoothly, actually. Order and rhythm are still intact, and I actually found myself sitting back and relaxing at times. Apollonius even managed to destroy the robots so quickly. Apollonius, oh my god, that's a high ooh, that was quick, I love that. So
yeah, I told you would like it here.
Yeah, so Apollonius is going to be pretty good at suppressing a lot of SCPs. I like it.
Was it worth the suffering?
Yes, Hildrew. It was worth the suffering. But at least it's over now, and I'm over Mothman. And I have some great equipment to keep things in order, and hopefully to make future suppressions easier. Which is about to be put to the test with the noon ordeal. Sounds like the ordeals are ramping up. Hopefully my agents are equipped and trained to handle this with ease. I hope.
In that hallway and insta-kill everyone.
No one is super squishy, right? Okay, maybe not the new employees.
I'm sending
Keep them away from the group.
I'm sending Naray because at least Bell has 38 HP, Naray has 17. I don't think Naray could...
Before you start that task, just park her in that hallway.
Which hallway?
Under the old lady.
Oh,
Bella? You're sending her to the old lady, right? Yeah.
No, Bella, no. I parked her here along with Salty, but I can send them both
just park them in the hallway there, away from the fighting group.
After much preparations, I faced the noon ordeal head-on. 3 monoliths suddenly appeared around my facility, and they apparently reduced the Clive-out counters. Upon seeing one in informations, I prioritized taking that out first because I'm not about to deal with another Murderer-Mothman tandem. I was worried for a moment, but my agents showed how much they have grown these past few days, and it makes me proud. The monoliths were taken care of, and not a single abnormality managed to escape. Though I did lose a couple of clerks. Again. Oh man. The troubles didn't end there though. Around noon, the murderer decided he wants to have the cafeteria menu today, and I have a feeling Mothman is his best friend cause those two are always in tandem when they escape. And to top it all off, the bird had another temper tantrum at the same time.
Okay. Hey, try letting Apollonius solo it.
You want Apollonius to solo it? You think you can?
Yeah, try it, man.
Yeah, try it.
You better. It better not.
Trust. Try
okay,
it.
I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna trust you. You better. Oh, narrate! No!
No,
narrate.
it's just.
Narrate! No. There we go.
Oh, but wait. Pause. Funeral.
Oh, come on! How did he get loose?
Did you put someone in? You did.
He did.
Shelter. You forgot to release Shelter.
No, fuck! Suppressing Murderer was easy and quick. So now it's time to test if my agents can take down Mothman without much trouble as before. Don't run!
Yeah, you're good, man.
He's running.
You're good.
He's running. Where is he going? Where is he? It's almost down. He's almost down. Nice.
Oh god.
Thank Lulu. We're finally good enough to take down Mothman without much trouble. Though I noticed upon review of the footage that the radio was also acting up. God, everything would have gone foobar if it wasn't for the good equipment and training. After that, the rest of the day was uneventful, and I ended up with great results and a bit of hope that I can weather the next storm. Though I need to remember not to get my hopes too high, lest I be drowned in the endless despair this world keeps offering. Although I was ready to just call it a session, I wanted to at least choose my next anomaly, and I got some cute dog? Yeah, I don't trust it. I do not trust this cute dog as it is. It's hiding something, and I have a bad feeling that this cuteness is gonna be the death of many. Nevertheless, that is a problem my future self will have to contend with, because I need some rest. Day 12. I'm not even halfway through. I pray for the blessings of the great art student. May her incomprehensible light continue to shine upon me as I go through the sludge that is this world. Amen.